Welcome to the Geek Easy. Sit back, grab a libation of your choice, and relax, 'cause it's time to do some geek stuff in the Geek Easy. Welcome to the Geek Easy, fellow geeks. Let's pop a beverage of your choice, because today we are going to be reviewing a book that I got earlier today, and I just happened to burn through it because it was so good. Superman: Secret Origin, published by DC, written by Geoff Johns. Gotta love he knows how to spell his name correctly. Wow. I'm not sure where this book lies in between in the revamped Origins. I know it's presumably after John Byrne's Man of Steel. And then there's also the one I tried finding my copy of it, couldn't find it. It's the Superman for the 21st century. The reimagining, where he's so I couldn't find it to look it up, the name and all that, but I'm guessing this one is in between the two. This is a really good take on his origin. So you have Clark already here. He's in the junior high or high school. And it starts out with him playing a game of football with his friend Pete and accidentally breaks his arm. Not Clark, but Pete's arm, because he kind of tackled him and broke his arm. And at this point, that Pa already, and he knew that he was special. And this is where, and then you get to school the next day, and you get introduced to Lana. And then you find out that she knows about his powers, because this is the first time you see him use he gets his X-ray vision, and he tells Lana about it. And then she recounts how she knew that he was special because he, saved her from getting crushed by a thrasher. One of my favorite parts in this whole book is how he found out about his his heat vision. You have the typical teenage boy in junior high, high school, get a really pretty girl who kisses him for the first time. What happens? It starts to activate his heat vision, and he sets a sign on fire. Who hasn't had that happen to him before? This is when Ma and Pa decide to let him know what was going on, because this is the final step. Last year he blew out his candles, and you can see what he did to the cake in that little black and white shot right there. He saved Lana from a thrasher. He breaks Pete's arm. He shoots his heat vision, and his parents are like, "Yeah, I think it's about time we start telling him about this stuff." And they show him the rocket ship that he gets there. So he starts going through this, you know, existential crisis, you know, saying, you know, I don't want to be an alien, I want to be your son. And it's like, you are my son, which is probably, I think that's where that thing from Man of Steel came from. Where Pa Kent's like, and Clark are having that conversation. And this also has a really good reason as to why Clark needs the glasses, or wears the glasses. Because it's not just a set of glasses to hide his identity. Though that is also brought up. The lenses are made from some of the material found on the ship. And it was able to stop his heat vision, because it happened when they found the ship. He tried shooting it and it stopped it. So Ma makes a pair of glasses just so it can stop the heat vision. And they mention later that Lois later on says, these things obscure your eyes. You're trying to hide something. And Ma starts to... Oh, and also he meets Lex for the first time. So Lex did come from Smallville at this point. And so... And again, he saves Lana, finds out he can fly, and that's when his mom has his suit. Makes his suit for him. Now, this is also one cool thing about this, is this series makes it so there's a Superboy, but there isn't a Superboy, because, you know, you have him in a suit, right? And what Jeff does in this one, he goes out and starts saving people as, you know, using the suit to save people, or wearing the suit while he's saving people. But none of the people in town are like, hey, it's Superboy. It's not like he's just out, you know, hey, look, it's Superboy, and everyone in town knows who he is. And you begin to find out how kind of a vial of a person Lex is. And they do meet. And so now they just, at one point, they also, like, what they do is have him kind of at a certain age, and then it jumps to when he gets to Metropolis. And, you know, it sets up the meetings with, where he meets Jimmy for the first time, he meets Lois for the first time, and I just sort of love his reaction when he sees her for the first time. And one of the really cool things here is, let me get a kind of a good thing of his face here. Kind of recognize that face right there? They draw him like Christopher Reeve, which was really kind of cool to see. So the adult Superman in this one looks just like Christopher Reeve. And, you know, they have the suit and all that. And they... Not only does he look like Christopher Reeve, but he meets Lois. Superman meets Lois Lane. the same way as in the movie. She's falling out of a helicopter. Boom. Boom. Helicopter's falling down. And he grabs it. I mean, really cool tribute to Christopher Reeve. And Geoff Johns does a really good job establishing the relationships between, everybody. Why, say like Jimmy is his friend. Why Lois, And the relationship with Clark and Lois is a little different in this one because normally, she's all just, oh, Clark, you're just a bumbling dude. And so she never pays attention to him and doesn't love Superman. She knows that Clark is hiding something. She's like, she says, 1 second, you're this bumbling guy that's spilling everything. The next second, you're out speaking these deep truths. You're hiding something, but she just thinks it's that he's trying to make people underestimate him so he could become a really good, get the better stories and, not let people realize how good he is so he can beat everybody out. She's close. He is hiding something, but not what she thinks. And there's also the little bit of trust issue built into this one. People find out he's an alien and they're like, oh, we aren't going to trust him. So there's Man of Steel, John Byrne, there's this, and then the next one where there's the issue of trust of between the alien and the human people. That's amplified more in that one, but this one just has just the right amount because he's able to overcome it, and the whole hopefulness of Superman is really brought out in this one. That he keeps explaining to people, I'm not here to rule you here. I'm here to help. I'm not, and I think a lot of people miss that. That, yes, he can come and wipe out the whole planet if he wanted to, but he doesn't have the desire. So I think this is, Geoff did a really fantastic job with this. So I'm going to give this a 4.75 out of 5. And just say, if you haven't read it, get it, because it is a fantastic book. So the Superman Secret Origin. And I want to try and find the Batman one. See if it's any good. Because, you can sort of see who my favorite of the two are. But anyway, let me know in the comments below whether you read it or not and what you thought of it. And to like, subscribe, and most of all, enjoy the Big Blue Boy Scout.